The Rocky Mountain National Park in the Rocky Mountains in northern Colorado sits between Estes Park and Grand Lake. Hikers speak of its stunning scenery, glorious views, and the spectacular lakes nestled within it. However, if you're heading up that way, you should definitely watch your step. In the summer of 2023, 2 experienced climbers set off for the Blitzen Ridge route, but only one would make it back alive. Bailee Mulholland was born in the Hunan province of China. At just 10 months of age, she moved to Boulder, Colorado after being adopted by American couple Brent and Michelle Mulholland. Growing up, her interests were so varied that, by the time she graduated from the University of Colorado in Boulder in 2020 with a degree in computer science, there wasn't a lot she couldn't do. She was a talented violinist, a hula dancer, a pastry chef, yoga instructor, and an avid reader, among other things. But it was 2 of her other interests that characterized her more than any other: running and climbing. Not only did she love to climb, she was good at it. With every climb, she grew faster, stronger, and more confident, upping her personal bests and inspiring her fellow climbers. Her personality was as bright as the backdrops in her photos. A close friend would say of her, "Sometimes she would honestly make me feel like a slacker. Even just in the gym, she would try harder than I ever could." At the Flatirons, a sandstone rock formation near Boulder, Colorado, Bailee's time of 41 minutes and 6 seconds is the fastest known female time for climbing the first Flatiron. One of Bailee's final achievements, just a month before fate befell her, she placed 8th out of 111 in the Minotaur Sky Race, a 20-mile mountain run through the rugged terrain of Crow's Nest Pass in Alberta. But even the most seasoned climbers can make mistakes, and as a fellow climber would later say, "You can do everything right and everything can go wrong." Sadly for Bailee Mulholland, this was a truth she would learn the hard way and much too late. On the morning of the 9th of July 2023, Bailee and her climbing partner, who remains anonymous to this day, began their scramble up the jagged Blitzen Ridge route on Ypsilanti Mountain in Rocky Mountain National Park. Scrambling describes an ascent harder than hiking, but not as difficult as vertical climbing. Experienced rock scramblers say Blitzen Ridge is a relatively easy route, suitable even for novice scramblers. Bailee would often scramble the Flatirons before work each morning, so given her experience and confidence, the fate that befell her on this day was a tragedy that no one saw coming. The ascent began like any other, with Bailee and her partner making swift progress up the narrow slope. After reaching approximately 500 feet in altitude, the crux of the route, dubbed the 4 Aces, appeared before them. These were 4 craggy outcroppings the climbers would need to maneuver around to advance to the other side of the ridge. The next section would see them climbing some parts and, in others, descending narrow sections of rock. For a first-time climber, the sight of the gauntlet before them would surely have been intimidating. But for Bailee, this was nothing she hadn't done many times before. As a friend would later say of her, she was an elite among a community of elite mountain athletes, and that is truly incredible. With the sun on their backs, their climb up the first section of the 4 Aces began as one would expect. With the summit ahead, the blue sky in the backdrop, the scene was complete. At just 26 years of age, Bailee had the whole world in front of her. And then, without warning, everything changed. She lost her grip on the rock. In an instant, she free fell an estimated 500 feet down the jagged cliff face with no ropes to catch her. Her partner, frozen in shock, grabbed his phone and notified emergency services. Tragically though, nothing could change reality. The impact from the 500-foot fall had been instantly fatal. Consumed by shock and panic, her climbing buddy was unable to move from the very spot in which he stood. It would not be until later that night he would be airlifted to safety, and owing to the fading light, the body of Bailee would remain where it lay until being recovered the following morning. In the aftermath of the tragedy, it sufficed to say that everyone who knew her, and everyone in the Colorado climbing community, was shocked to learn of her accident. What had caused such an experienced and sure-footed climber to lose her grip and fall to her death? A member of the climbing club she belonged to said, "She wasn't trying to be a daredevil, this climb was an easy climb. Her ability far exceeded what was needed to climb the route she was doing." The exact cause of Bailee's slip remains a mystery to the public, and it will remain so as long as the climbing partner she was with on that day wishes to remain anonymous. Even then, exactly how much of the event he actually witnessed is entirely unknown. In the lack of verifiable information coming to the surface, speculation attempts to fill the gaps. One theory was that in an attempt to clear the four aces quickly, Bailee veered off route onto one of the more challenging sections, progressing from scrambling to actual rock climbing. She may have misjudged the footing or the integrity of the rock itself. Another more straightforward theory was that, whether she had gone off course or not, she may have just simply lost her grip. Bailee's tragic death serves as a reminder which no one asked for, yet everyone needs to know. The sport of climbing can be exhilarating and rewarding, but it also carries inherent risks. 10,000 steps can take you to the top, but it takes just one mistake to lose your life. Bailee Mulholland is survived by her mum and dad, her sister and her 3 grandparents, as well as a wide circle of friends and extended family. If you found value in today's video, I'd love it if you subscribed and joined me for the next one. To watch another of my videos, you can click a link on screen. And as always, thanks for watching.